Hello, this is Squadaloo back with the sixth and hopefully final episode, potentially not, we'll get into that a little later, of ranking the Mario Kart 8 Deluxe tracks. If I sound a little less energetic than usual at the start of this, that's because I actually got started here and then OBS completely shit the bed. I thought something sounded weird in my headphones, so I decided to stop the recording halfway into playing the first track. And I'm glad I did, because it didn't save it. And I lost all of that, and so yeah. Technically something has changed on here. Let's see if, well, we'll get into it. Let's just quickly go over the top 10 here. Mount Wario is currently sitting in first. DS Wario Stadium currently sitting in second. Wii Koopa Capes are currently sitting in third. 3DS Rainbow Road currently sitting in fourth. 3DS Neo Bowser City in fifth. Squeaky Clean Sprint is currently in sixth. Super Bell's Subway is currently in seventh. Bowser's Castle is currently in eighth. And 3DS DK Jungle is currently in ninth. Wii Rainbow Road currently in 10th. Now let's go to the bottom 10, and this is where we had some movement that was recorded, and I explained the whole thing, and then OBS said nope. You eagle-eyed viewers may have noticed that SNES Rainbow Road has moved up quite a few spots here. Originally, I believe it was below Toad Circuit in the bottom 5. I really gave it some thought, and I was looking at this list, and I realized I think I did it dirty, because I talked so much about how simple it was that I failed to talk about how fun it was. And I believe it is still a fun track. Unlike, these are also kinda fun, but I feel like Rainbow Road pretty confidently is more fun. It was really London Loop on here when I was really starting to think, would I rather play SNES Rainbow Road or London Loop, really? And my answer was SNES Rainbow Road 10 times out of 10, which caused me to reevaluate it and move it up into the 70th position. So SNES Rainbow Road goes from being in the bottom 5 to out of the bottom 10. Donut Plains 3 is now the start of the bottom 10. Again, not a bad track, just kind of simple. GBA Sky Garden below that. Tour Tokyo Blur below that. Tour London Loop in 74th. 3DS Rock Mountain in 75th. 3DS Toad Circuit 76th. GCN Dry Desert 77th. That one may move. I don't feel strongly about it like I did SNES Rainbow Road, which is why I haven't done it yet. But I'm kind of eyeing London Loop, and I don't know if London Loop might go down and Tokyo Blur might go down, or if that's going to go up. Not strong enough about it yet. We'll talk a little bit about how this process is going to work at the end here. N64 Toad's Turnpike is currently in 78th place. GCN Baby Park currently 79th, and then rounding out the bottom is Sky High Sunday, which can eat my ass for how much it sucks. I'm not going to go over all this because this is already taking too long. So, the way this episode is going to work, I will rank the remaining 16 courses of the game. I will throw them on the board, and then my plan is to start at the bottom, just read the list on the way up, and if something really sticks out to me as wrong, I will have to make a judgment call. There are a couple of courses on here that I feel like I might end up moving. We'll see. I kind of want to, part of me really wants to avoid replaying any of the tracks, because part of me says that's giving it an unfair advantage. The other part of me realizes this entire goddamn process is unfair because it's all opinions, gut feelings, and half the courses in this game have been around for at least 8.5 years, and the other half have been around for as little as a couple of weeks. Now, actually only 1 week, I guess. Boy, that's been a long week. So, here's the problem. Here's also what you missed. I already spun the wheel. We already landed on GCN Daisy Cruiser, which is when I noticed all of the audio was completely wrong in the game. So, I am going to double check the audio. If it's good, we're going to start with Daisy Cruiser. I'm not going to spin the wheel again. We'll just say Daisy Cruiser 1. We're going to start with Daisy Cruiser. Daisy Cruiser, I think, is a I think it's one of the most iconic courses in Mario Kart Double Dash. I think it's a fun idea for a course to take place on a cruise line. But also, I think that might be its limiting factor because it means you can't have a ton of turns. I don't know if there's really a ton more they could have done with this concept than they did. I'm glad that the course exists for that. I don't know if that means it results in the most successful course of all time here. Just a neat one. So let's just try. I can already tell that the audio sounds way better in my head than it did in my first run, which is what really caused me to stop paying attention to the game. And I really just wanted to make sure Daisy Cruiser got its fair shake. But yeah, this is a pretty fun course. Again, this might be an example of... Where the fuck did Link go? This might be an example of course design just getting better over the years, where I would have definitely said this is one of the best Mario Kart courses ever. Probably even when Double Dash came out, because I never really liked Double Dash that much, but a few of its courses I really liked, and this was one of them. But, I mean, just over time, there's just been better courses. But yeah, I mean, it's a fun race. Trying to dodge these tables is kind of fun. I like this little bit going through here. I don't know which route is faster here. I always kind of assumed that it was the top route, because otherwise it feels like a problem to go down here. I think the top route's actually, it's weird because I think the top route is more fun mechanically, but I think it's a nicer variety if you take the bottom route. So sometimes I kind of just take it because I want to see it, which is kind of a dumb thing. I guess that's a sign that I'm pretty casual. I think a Goomba just took that red shell for me, like a trooper. But yeah, no, this is a fun time. Not an amazing time, but a fun time. I don't know where this is going to rank. I feel like this is probably going to be a hard one to rank because I don't feel super strongly about it. There's a lot of good courses in this game, man. That is a good course, but I don't think it's going to rate super high. But we'll just have to go to the board, and we'll just have to see where it ranks. Daisy Cruiser. Judgment Day has come. I would take Daisy Cruiser over Animal Crossing. Would I? While I was playing that, I was thinking I might be having more fun than Waluigi Pinball, but now I'm not so sure, because I know I kind of shit on it, but I do like the upper portion of Waluigi Pinball. I think I would rather play SNES Bowser Castle 3 and Grumble Volcano. And sure, Waluigi Pinball. I'd still rather play it. Choco Mountain and Animal Crossing is about where I think this is going to end up. But the question is where. Because I would rather play Daisy Cruiser than, I think, Sydney Sprint. Boo Like might be one I'll have to reevaluate. I feel like that one might move up a couple slots. Yeah, I'd rather play... Would I rather play it than Sydney Sprint? Yeah. It's more well-rounded. And I'd rather play it than Merry Mountain. It's a very Animal Crossing-ish level. Very Animal Crossing-ish level. I would rather play Choco Mountain. I think I'm going to take Animal Crossing over Daisy Cruiser. That is very, very, very close. Daisy Cruiser is going to be our new number 49 on the list. If you had asked me sooner, I would have said it would have. Well, actually, no. That seems about right. It's middle near the bottom. Well, not middle leaning towards bottom. I think for how many excellent courses are in this game, that sounds just about right to me. Daisy Cruiser is where it should be. New number 49. Sure. Boy, that whole segment sucked. I feel a little bad for Daisy Cruiser. Maybe I would have felt a little strongly. Speaking of courses I don't really feel strongly about, let's go to Amsterdam for a little bit of Amsterdam drift here. This is one of those that I think is probably going to rank lower now than I would have ranked it when it came out because of how many European cities are in this game. And how many of them do better than this. I think my main issue with this course is that while the second lap adds variety, it's also quite possibly the blandest stretch of road in all of Mario Kart. But we'll see. This is why we gotta do the science. I know I've said this a lot, but I do just love the soundtrack of this game. The more I'm listening to the soundtrack of this game, the more confidently I can say I think this is my favorite video game soundtrack ever now at this point. There's just too many good songs. So yeah, this first lap's pretty fun. I like having to dodge that little tram there. I didn't go to the left for some reason onto the boost path. I've noticed while watching this, I say left and right incorrectly a hell of a lot while I'm trying to just think on my feet. But yeah, so now we're just kind of in the... It's like conceptually, like I could see, when you're writing on paper, this sounds like a really neat idea for how to handle the second lap of this course, but then you realize you're just looking at dirt and concrete for an entire lap. Jesus, that was interesting. Dirt and concrete for an entire lap, and it's just I don't know, Cheep. It's fun to drive. That was close. We get a little bit of the backwardness here. It's pretty good. And then obviously we can't go to the Netherlands without some tulips. I don't like this jump. This jump into this turn, it kind of feels like a beginner's trap. It's gotten better over time, I feel like. I think this might rate a little higher than I was expecting it to off of my gut feelings. But not a whole lot. I do believe, as a starting point, I think I just had more fun playing that than I just did Daisy Cruiser. So let's go ahead and swap over to the board and see where we end up. Tour Amsterdam Drift. Where's Daisy Cruiser? Yeah, I'd take it over that. I'd take it over Bowser Castle 3. I think I'd take it over Rumble Volcano. I think it might be better paced than Vancouver Velocity. I like it more than Vancouver Velocity. And by extension, these two. I feel my soul hurts when I look at DS Waluigi Pinball that low. But I also don't think I've really rated it that incorrectly. I think the kid in me is angry, but the adult in me is probably right. I don't know if I liked that more than... Very similar to Bangkok Rush in terms of quality to me. But I think Bangkok Rush is... I think it's in this range. I think I like Mario's... I definitely like Twisted Mansion and Ribbon Road and Dolphin Shoals and Berlin Byways more. So we're definitely in this range, I think. The question is where. Based on first plays, I would have said Piranha Plant Cove is better, but based on me playing them again more recently, I think Amsterdam is better than Piranha Plant Cove. Based on first plays, I thought Bangkok Rush would do better than it did. I think I kind of lost a bit of little love during this process for Bangkok Rush. I think I like Kala Top Cruise more and Mario Circuit more. Very similar in quality to Bangkok Rush. I think I could play both of those courses 100 times and choose a different one every time. But I think I'm doing the thing. I keep saying I do this, and I don't know if this helps you conceptualize what I'm doing. What I picture is like the two course icons come up for votes in the online menu. Which one does my cursor on like a split-second decision go towards? And I think my cursor goes towards Amsterdam. No, my cursor goes towards Bangkok Rush. My cursor goes towards Bangkok Rush. Bangkok Rush is number 40. Amsterdam Drift is our new number 41. Guys, there's a lot of good courses in this game. If that hasn't made itself clear during this process, let me just fucking reiterate it yet again. Yeah. I feel like a lot of these tour cities are always going to end up similar to each other, because those are where, I think that's where my brain just goes towards actually trying to rank them. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and just spin the wheel and not think about that any further, because I don't think I feel any more strongly than I just did now. Let's spin the wheel. I still feel like we got some really good courses left on the board. Not sure I would count this as one of them. N64 Yoshi Valley, I believe this is the N64. I'm not sure I've ever really had a strong feeling for this course. Either way. I thought this was really fun as a kid on the N64. I think online play is maybe, and the advent of the internet has maybe what's made me cool on the concept of Yoshi Valley, because when I was a kid playing in the N64, didn't really know what was the fastest route, and the internet wasn't as readily available, and I was 5 or 6 when Mario Kart 64 came out. I got it for my birthday, along with a red N64 controller. I do remember that much. But anyways, I think my problem is that as a kid, it's like, which route's the fastest? I think this route's the fastest, but you never really knew. And that was fun. You know damn well now, with the advent of the internet and online play, which of these routes is the fastest, and the entire rest of the course may not exist. But that doesn't mean... I honestly, because of that, I always thought that of all of the N64 courses, this was the absolute last one they would have ever brought back. 150% would have thought that Wario Stadium would have come back before this. Now, with everything being said, I'm having a pretty good time playing this right now, I gotta say. Because even just taking the optimal route, this course is still pretty fun. It's still got good music. I really like the visual design of this course. I think it's going to rate higher than I thought it would, based on my gut reaction. But we'll see. I think I'm having a very weirdly similar reaction to what I just had with Amsterdam Drift. Really, these first three courses have all kind of been in the same quality bracket, I'd say. It's weird because it's like part of me wants to rate this lower because... But the weirdest shit has been happening while I've been recording. Like, that happens in online play. How did in offline play, the blue shell got lost? It's gone. It's gone. It timed out. I timed out a blue shell in offline play because it got lost in Yoshi Valley. I almost want to rate this course higher because that is hilarious. I'm gonna try and avoid whatever the fuck that just was in my ranking process here. I did have fun on that course. I had more fun than I thought I would on that course. But I think in my heart of hearts, now that I'm looking on it, I would rather play Bowser Castle 3. And I think I would rather play Amsterdam Drift and Bangkok Rush. I know I said that they were in a very similar bracket quality. Very similar bracket quality Daisy Cruiser. I think I would rather play it than Daisy Cruiser. Once again, we're right in that Animal Crossing bracket. I think I would rather play Choco Mountain. And I think I would rather play Animal Crossing. No. I'd rather play N64 Yoshi Valley over Animal Crossing. I think N64 Yoshi Valley is our new number 49. Congratulations, N64 Yoshi Valley. That concludes the N64 rankings. Obviously, it'll move around a little bit more. Tied with the GameCube. That's definitely not going to stay because GameCube has more to go. I don't know, maybe I'm just dumb. To me, it is unbelievable that after 83 tracks and everything we have done so far, I would somehow come out with 2 items that are tied to that many decimal points. Granted, that's really just a fraction, so I guess the number of decimal points doesn't really matter. But you know what I mean. That's incredible. That's absolutely incredible to me. But what's also incredible is the wheel! Alright, let's spin the wheel! Okay. Hear me out. I know this is in the first wave. I know this is ugly. I know many of you really don't like this port of Coconut Mall. You didn't like the cars. You don't like the lack of Miis. You don't like the textures. Valid points. I understand. I still really like Coconut Mall. I still think it's a really, really fun track. I think the gameplay... I think people are so focused on the visuals and the, like, couple of things that they changed that they fail to realize that this is still fun to race. The gameplay's still here. And to me, this is part of the Holy Trinity. This is the last of the Holy Trinity of Mario Kart. Wii, of the... obviously, our rankings didn't play out this way, but of Maple Tree Way, Koopa Cape, and Coconut Mall. Racing through a mall is pretty fun. I don't like that... Well, actually, that felt pretty good. I was going to say, I don't like the way that feels in this. I think the fact that the tricks are lower actually makes this play a little better than Wii, and also the boost system. The more I'm talking right now, honestly, the higher this is going. I still go that route because of the Wii, but I should probably go the top route because of the glider ramp, and also they added those cars. I don't know, I feel like people... Maybe it's me trying to like talk this up because people keep shitting on this version. I just really like the course, I do. I'm sorry, I think it's fun. It is kind of ugly. It's pretty ugly, I'm not gonna lie. But so is Koopa Cape, and at the end of the day, I feel like if the course plays well, I can't hate on it that much for how ugly it is. But like, in the Wii, I would always go to the right there for the boost panel. But here, I'm not so sure, because like, I actually feel like there's a choice to be made. God, the items are crazy here, but like you can kind of fly up like that. That's cool. That's cool that you can do that. I think this is better than it is on Wii, to be perfectly honest, just by virtue of it being in this game, by virtue of... I talked about this... I threw this into a comment on the third video when I posted it, because when I was watching the third video and I was talking about Wii DK Summit, and I was failing to realize why I like these courses more in this game, and overall just like this game a lot more than Mario Kart Wii, and it boils down to, I think, I take the Ultra Mini Turbo system to be way, way, way more fun than Wii's. Basically, if you're playing Mario Kart Wii, let's face it, you're gonna play the fucking inside drift bike, and you're gonna like wheelie down every straight, and you only get the single mini turbos, and it's fun, but it's not as fun to me as this. To me, I love getting that big, like, Mario Kart. I had an argument with somebody where I said that I thought that this was a faster game than Mario Kart Wii, and they disagreed with me, and when I played the two again back to back, I realized they were right. I realized that Mario Kart Wii, the vehicles move faster, but I feel like the course design and the mechanics of this game make this game paced better to where it masks that it's slower, because you feel like there's like constantly something happening. Like your mini turbo is punchier. You're like, I don't know. I feel like I'm more engaged in any given moment, and also the courses are scaled a lot smaller in this game. I feel like this course doesn't run as long as it does in. You don't slow down as much when you go off, or you don't get as much height when you go off trick ramps. It's just a better paced game, even if it's technically slower. But that's enough about those two. Let's go back to the Wii Coconut Mall rankings. Boys, I really like this course. I think I like it more than Wild Woods. I think I like it more than Maple Treeway. I think I like it more than Bone Dragoons. I think I like it more than Hyrule Circuit. I don't like it as much as Wii Rainbow Road. Or DK Jungle, somehow. Maybe I should reevaluate DK Jungle. I think I'm finally at the point where I'm staring at that and I'm wondering if I did something wrong. Up until this point, I don't think I did. But now... it's still a good course, though. Enough about that, though. Actually, it's almost becoming a problem right now, because I'm kind of, like... I think Wii Rainbow Road is better than Wii Coconut Mall, but my gut says I like Wii Coconut Mall more than DK Jungle. I feel like I may have fucked something up here. Let me pretend Wii DK Jungle doesn't, or 3DS DK Jungle doesn't exist right now to avoid that problem. We'll reevaluate it at the end here. Would I rather play Super Bell, Subway, or Coconut Mall? Would I rather play Bowser's Castle or Coconut Mall? I think you're gonna hate me, but I think my gut's leaning towards Coconut Mall. Oh no! How high is this gonna go? Coconut Mall's a pretty fucking fun map. I'm sorry. I know, it's ugly. I know they could have done more with it. I still think it's got it where it counts. Super Bell Subway's better design. Super Bell Subway is more engaging in every given moment. Super Bell Subway is a much nicer looking map. So I will take Super Bell Subway over it, I think. And I think I would take Wii Rainbow Road over it. And I'm starting to think I've rated Wii Rainbow Road a little too low. I would take DK Jungle over it. I would. And I'd take Bowser's Castle over it. I think I'm starting to come down off the high here on the Wii Coconut Mall train here. Based on that race that I had, I would definitely take it over Mute City. Based on that race I had, I would definitely take it over Yoshi's Island. Dragon Driftway is now the question. Dragon Driftway is conceptually a cooler map, but it is very repetitive. I think I am deciding Wii Coconut Mall is our new number 11. Wii Coconut Mall is our new number 11. Probably a shock to many of you who really don't like that version. I think you're wrong. Well, I don't think you're wrong. I think you have valid points. I just think the gameplay and the music and everything really, really are still there. I think they're still there. I think it gets too much hate for its visual design, much like Wii Koopa Cape. Except I think Wii Koopa Cape is even better. I definitely think Wii Koopa Cape is a much better map. But I think Wii Coconut Mall's still got it where it counts. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with that, honestly. The more I'm looking at this, the better. That seems right. I think that Corridor of Doom here, I think the Super Bells, I think I'm starting to see a new tier forming. Breaking news here. I think I'm starting to see a new tier forming here. Where these are like, originally I would have said like everything here up is like super good. I feel like I'm starting to see a new tier form where it's like slightly off the pace. Although Wii Rainbow Road, I may have to take a second look at that. That one might go up. That one I think might be actually recency unbiased might be working against Rainbow Road there. I don't think I've fully digested Rainbow Road. Wii Rainbow Road. It probably wouldn't move much, but it might move. I really don't want to take a second lap on some of these courses, but I'm really thinking I'm probably going to have to. Okay, sorry, lost in thought. I shouldn't be lost in thought. I should be lost in the wheel. GBA Snow Land. I think this course is a little bit overrated. A little bit. Don't get me wrong. I think this is a perfectly fine remake of Snowland. I think it's got the... This course to me has maybe not as... Try to find the right way to word this, because I think I'm going to give the wrong impression. It's got SNES Bowser Castle 3 syndrome, where I think because the remake looks nice, people are rating the course highly, even if gameplay isn't the greatest. Not that it's bad. I think this is a fun track. I think it's an enjoyable track. My gut reaction after this first lap because I think now I've officially rated so many courses that I can't help but start rating it as I go, is that Boo Lake is better. But I also think I may have underrated Boo Lake. I've always fucking loved this song, though, and this is a pitch-perfect remake of it. This has always actually been one of my favorite Super Circuit levels. This part feels a little drug out, though. Because, I mean, here's the thing. They added height. They did. They added some height to the course, and I'm not sure if I would really have done too much different. Because, like, Snow Land is a nice drive through a wintry field. That's what this is. It's just there's better choices in this game. I don't know. I like this lake. I really like trying to slide around the penguins here. I think it's weird that they did what they did with the item boxes. Like, what is... I mean, I guess maybe the item boxes are supposed to be sliding around like the penguins. It's always just kind of seemed weird to me if they did something weird. Once again, I feel like I'm getting really pounded by items in this rate. Jesus fucking Christ, let me drive! You motherfucker! Oh, oh, oh! Okay, I'm sorry, I gotta see the end of that. Again. Look at him! If he had driven forward, he would have won. He just decided to randomly drive around like head like he's like a fly in my ear. Oh, that's good. This game's good. Okay, sorry. I needed to see that again. I should note it's only just now occurred to me. That was my 85th race, and I've lost once this whole time. Granted, the hard API, the hard computer is not that hard in this game, but I just want to throw that out there. Snow Land. As I said, my gut says that was better than Boo Lake. Or, sorry, no. Strike that. Reverse it. Boo Lake is better course. I'm looking up here, and I think all of these are better courses. I think I had more fun in Water Park. I think I had more fun in Mario Circuit, GBA Mario Circuit. You know, I didn't intend for this, but while I was driving that, Moo Moo Meadows was in my head. And so I'm kind of just naturally ending up here. I think Ice Life Outpost is better. And Gold Mine. Wario's Gold Mine is better. This course does have that really sick shortcut, though. That the AI pulls off. It's a little jank. Or that the... Is it 200cc Staff Ghost pulls it off? A little jank, though. I'm not sure I 100% like it. Okay, let's work our way up. It's better than Sunset Wilds. I think I like it more than DK Mountain. I'm gonna pretend Cheese Land doesn't exist, because I still don't have a fucking clue how to rate that goddamn course. This may as well just be off the board, because it's impossible to rate Cheese Land. But now that I've said that, is Mario Kart Stadium too high? If it's too high, it's not very too high. I feel like I liked this course more when it came out than I do right now. One shortcut! They removed one shortcut from fucking Cheeseland. It's making this so much harder because I know that I like this course. If you remove one glider ramp, pretending it doesn't exist, I would rather race on Snowland than DK Mountain. I don't know if I would rather do it than Mario Kart Stadium. You know what? I think I would rather race on Mario Kart Stadium because of the glider ramp at the end of that track and the way the anti-gravity works in that course. And I do think I would rather race on Moo Moo Meadows, and I do, by extension, think I would rather race on Mario Circuit. Now I am forced to deal with Cheeseland, my worst nightmare. In offline play, I would take Cheeseland 100 times out of 100. In online play, I would take Snowland 100 times out of 100. I think I have to punish the shortcut in Cheeseland for this one. I think Snowland is our new number 66. A lot of GBA. I don't think that's much of a surprise. It's maybe some people are probably upset because Sunset Wilds had more potential than Snowland, but I do like Sunset Wilds. I mean, Sunset Wilds, they're very similar to me. I mean, I guess Sunset Wilds is a little less ambitious, but I think I actually kind of like some of the driving on that course a little more-ish, but not. Nah. But it also lacks a really unique thing, like the driving around the... It's pretty close. I'll leave it where I just put it. Honestly, I'll put a disclaimer, because I am going to edit a video eventually on this. I'm definitely putting a disclaimer that, honestly, on any given day, some of these tracks could probably move up or down 10 or 15. Because there's that many tracks. They're that close in quality. This is a real good game. What else is a good game? The Wheel, kind of. That was a terrible transition, I'm sorry. 3DS Plan Plant Slide. Or 3DS Plan Plant Pipeway, as it is in Europe, as it should be in America. So somebody, I think it was the first video, commented that they really wanted to see where this rated, because they had some pretty similar tastes to me, and so I've secretly wanted it to land on this just about the whole time, so that I could gladly tell them that I think this is a really, really great course, but I do think it has one critical flaw. Well, not critical. We'll see how I feel as I'm playing this, because in my mind, this is a very similar problem to Bowser's Castle, where it's really, really good until you hit the part where it's this, right here. Perfect timing on the intro. The anti-gravity portion feels really long and drawn out, and does not at all feel representative of the entire rest of the course, which is very fast-paced and very intense. I think every other part of the course is significantly better, and then the course pacing kind of dies when you reach them. Well, finally fucked that up. Doesn't matter, the AI sucks. I've said that, now they're going to win this race, you know it. Rushing water always, I think, makes a course better. I'm coming to realize, because it just makes the course that much faster. This interchange is really fun. Everything up until this point has been some top-tier Mario Kart. And then this happens. And it's not terrible, but I think that actually on that lap right there, it felt worse, like a bigger problem than Bowser's Castle, which is weird because I actually usually think of it as a Bowser's Castle problem. I was looking at my monitor, which is why I just jumped over that ramp. But, like, everything up until here is, like, fucking rock solid. Music, great. This whole exchange is, like, genuinely some of the best shit in the game, truthfully. Like, honestly, it's pretty much damn near Wario Stadium tier. And then this happens. And it just... Yeah, it's a lot bigger problem in this course, I think, than Bowser's Castle, now I'm thinking about it, which is weird, because I've always... And I think... I don't know where this is going to rate now that I've done that. That turns... I almost wonder if they should have just left this as it was in... Like, I'm usually a big fan of trying to change things up and add anti-gravity, but I kind of wish... Then I'm doing this, that they had really just left this course pretty much as it was on the 3DS. And I think just the fact that it was in Mario Kart 8 would have inherently made it better. It's the fact that, like, if it just feels drug out. Like, I genuinely feel like I just dropped a CC. And I guess maybe that's the problem, because the rushing water and all the shit at the beginning just makes it cool. It's still going to rate high, I'm telling you that right now. I think I probably am sounding worse than it's going to rate, so it's probably going to not... But, because, again, as I said, first half of this course, you can't ask for much more out of a Mario Kart course. You can't. It's brilliantly paced. Rushing water, like swerving back and forth around that Piranha plant at the beginning. Trying to dodge those Goombas while still like making the decision. Do you stay in the water? Do you take the inside of the corner? Which route's fast? Hopping off those boxes, hopping off that pipe, doing those quick left, right. Then you hit slide. Where do we rank this? Because before that started, my gut was that it was higher than DK Jungle. It's higher than Yoshi's Island. It's higher than Dragon Driftway. It's higher than Coconut Mall. Is it? DK Jungle's better. Again, million years I never would have thought I'd say that. But it is. It is. It's better. It doesn't make me feel like I'm suddenly driving in molasses halfway through the ride, or halfway through the track. As good as that first half is. It's better than Dragon Driftway. I almost feel like I have to ignore Rainbow Road right now. I feel like that's going to go up. The more I'm staring at Wii Rainbow Road, the more I'm thinking that it should be right under Squeaky Cle's Sprint, but I'm not going to make that decision right now. Maybe I do make that decision right now. No, we gotta do this. Let's pretend Wii Rainbow Road doesn't exist. Is this better than Coconut Mall? Coconut Mall or Piranha Plant Slide come up for a vote. I'm voting for Piranha Plant Slide. Weirdly helpful to have that mental image of the choose one, and then the two icons appear on the screen. And maybe that's because I like the icon for Piranha Plant Slide more, even though it's a picture of the worst part of the course. But my brain just goes, which do you want to play right now? My brain just goes, Piranha Plant Slide. Wii Rainbow Road's better paced. DK Jungle's better paced. I think this is our new number 11. I wasn't 100. That is about where I thought it was going to rank. It's weird because I know I just sounded really weirdly down on a lot of that course. And I probably undersold just how fucking good everything up until that one turn is. I think it holds its momentum even longer than Bowser's Castle up to that point. I feel like it falls off. Bowser's Castle doesn't fall off as hard, and it recovers a bit by the end of the course. And I think that's why I like Bowser's Castle more. What did I say? Number 11? Yeah. I think that's where it goes. Congratulations for 3DS Piranha Plant Slide. What's left? Okay. So I'll tell you right now. I'm going to spoil it for you. Well, no, I can't spoil it for you because I don't know if I'm going to move stuff. I was going to say, if I were a betting man, this is 100% what I would have told you across the board is the top 4 in the games category. But Wii Rainbow Road has thrown a wrench into this. But also 3DS DK Jungle has. I'm too far ahead of myself. We can't dwell on this. We gotta go back to the wheel. Alright, folks. Let's continue. It's been a little bit, and I honestly don't even remember the last course we rated. Actually, yes I do. It was 3DS Piranha Plant Slide, because I'm still on the Lightning Cup when I look up at the screen. Tour New York Minute! Come on down! I will say this is one of the cities that I have been to in real life. I actually forgot to call it out. I technically have never been inside the city limits of Tokyo, but I have been just outside of Tokyo in Japan. I have seen the city of Tokyo. I technically did not go into it, but I will actually be going back next year and will be going into the city at that point. Very nice there. I don't really have, I mean, that doesn't really influence my opinion of the course. That's just throwing that out there as a fun fact. I have also been to New York. So it's New York, Los Angeles, Tokyo, and Paris are the 4 that I've been to. This track I remember liking more than most people, but it is very short. I am honestly not sure when the last time I played it was. So this could be very interesting where this rates. I don't think it's going to be like a high city course or anything. I will say, looking at these visuals now, I'm certainly less impressed than I was when it first came out. Sorry, all of a sudden I feel like I have like acid reflux or something. But yeah, I remember just the course is fine. Nice job there, Daisy. Yeah, I mean, like, it's... Central Park is fine. I like the split road here. I don't know which route is fastest, and I kind of like when I don't know which route is fastest, because it means it's okay. I still think it's a little weird that there's, like, they just threw a couple taxi cabs down, but they don't move or do anything. It kind of just feels... It feels like something a custom track creator would... I hate this turn, because every fiber of my being tells me I'm supposed to go right there, and because I'm looking at the back of a Goomba ahead of me. And you don't. But I honestly am not sure I really even blame the course for that. Honestly, I'm playing this right now. I think this is going to rate higher than my gut would have told me that it was going to rate before I started this. I don't know if it's benefiting from being the first in my current play session, and I'm kind of just remembering how good Mario Kart is to play. I mean, you get a lot of mini turbos and shit, and there's not very much downtime like there is in a lot of the bigger city tracks. It's short, true. But I think that lack of downtime, I think, because, like, Tokyo is also short, but this feels a hell of a lot more interesting than Tokyo. That was, okay, I'm actually kind of impressed by that playthrough of New York Minute. I really thought that I was going to come away with that thinking that my opinion had decreased over time, and I think my opinion has actually increased over time. Let's try and rate New York Minute. Based on that race, I liked it more than Animal Crossing. That's interesting, because I used to definitely like Sydney Sprint more than New York Minute, but I think I really do like New York Minute more than Sydney Sprint. I think Sydney Sprint has, the things that Sydney Sprint, well, it's kind of been replaced by newer city tracks in my mind. I don't know if that technically means it's fair to count against it. I liked it more than Merry Mountain, what I just played. I liked it more than Daisy Cruiser, what I just played. I think I like it more than it's similar to Animal Crossing. I think I liked it more than Yoshi Valley. But I think that's where it stops. I think it's our new number 51. Honestly, kind of a big surprise to me. I was not expecting it to go that high. It's funny because you could complain that that course is very short. I really think the length of that course worked in its benefit. It knew that it was simple, and a lot of those city courses have a nasty habit of dragging themselves out for way too long, I feel like. And I feel like that one didn't. I feel like that was just a nice, fun little romp. But also, I mean, I know I kind of crapped on Waluigi Pinball. I'm going to be perfectly honest. Literally just before this, I exported the video, and I was watching Waluigi Pinball. I think I'm going to have to replay Waluigi Pinball. I think I may have been a little too harsh on it. Not a ton too harsh, though. I don't feel like it was an SNES Rainbow Road situation where I really just felt like I really hit on it for no reason. But I feel like my reasons for hitting on that are valid, but I feel like the opening set of turns maybe deserves to have... Well, maybe not. Now that I'm looking at the courses above it, maybe it is right. Yeah, keep doing this, man. I keep doing this. This is hard. Let's just go back to the wheel. Speaking of courses that suffer terribly from how many cities there are, let's go to Wii Daisy Circuit. Here's the thing. Once again, Wii Daisy Circuit's one of those courses where I would say it was one of the most forgettable courses in Mario Kart Wii. Not bad, forgettable. It has zero business being in this game. It has zero. I mean, it's a dry... I mean, I know it's called Circuit. Maybe they felt like they needed to have a circuit, in air quotes, around a Wii Circuit. I don't even count this as a circuit track. I really don't. It's a city track. In the same way that I would say Neo Bowser City is much more of a circuit than Daisy Circuit. I would also say Hyrule Circuit is not really a circuit, which I think I said the opposite when I was playing it, but I disagree with whatever the fuck I said there. Yeah, let's just try this. Alright, let's get into Daisy Circuit. I mean, don't get me wrong, this course is good, but there are a lot of retro courses in Mario Kart that didn't make the cut for this game. And you picked Daisy Circuit? Really? Wario Shipyard was there. Airship Fortress was there. Honestly, I probably would have been more okay with 3DS Mario Circuit. But let's just rate. Let's put that out of our minds here, and let's just try and rate the course, because I do think that this is still a fun course. going back and forth through here, kind of fun. Don't know if it's best to stick to one side, which is usually what I do. I don't really know why I did what I just did there. Putting that trick there is a nice way to sort of cover up the fact that originally that straightaway was meant for wheelies, and you get good speed coming out of here. I do think the points that I'm making are helping me increase this course a little bit in my mind. That was a very, very long straightaway where not much was happening. I know it was the starting straightaway. Could not have just driven straight into that more than I just did. Yeah. I gotta be honest, I think I just had a hell of a lot more fun on New York Minute than I had on Daisy Circuit right now. I think they increased the pace of this course, which is the thing that I like that they do in this game. I think this is a pretty good version of Daisy Circuit. I don't know what else you would change. I don't think this course is a very good fit for anti-gravity throughout its layout. Obviously, they put in the glider ramp in the shortcut, which is fine, but it seems logical. Oh, Jesus Christ. Boy, this is a real shit run. It's more just, if there wasn't much you could do with this course, why this course? Especially in the last wave. It just was a very, very odd choice. Dry Ruins was there. I know people fucking hate desert courses, but that would have been a much more interesting choice. I'm trying to think of ones that were in Tour. Obviously, there's a few other courses that I maybe would have said, but if they weren't in Tour. But yeah, it's fine. It's fine. Perfectly fine. It's not anything really more than fine. And I think you need to be a little more than fine to really hang on the list here. Let's head over. Still say I'd have a better time than I did on Mario Circuit, or Mario Kart Stadium. For the most part. I may have just nailed it. Because in my mind, these two were pretty similar. And I would rather play Daisy Circuit than Snow Land. I think I would rather play Daisy Circuit than Mario Kart Stadium. I think I would rather play Moo Moo Meadows than Daisy Circuit. Which is bizarre, because I would definitely not say that in Mario Kart Wii. But Mario Kart Wii has wheelies, and I know earlier I said that is something that usually... Technically, that course benefited from not having wheelies, kinda. Its problem is the fucking long-ass straightaway at the end/beginning of the race. That's what I think is really giving me the hold-up on that course. Not that the rest of the layout was particularly exciting. I feel like Wii Moo Moo Meadows was a little more exciting throughout it. And I do think Wii Moo Moo Meadows is pretty greatly improved over the Wii version. I'm trying to just double check in my head because like the math is just weird because I wouldn't have thought that. But I think I would rather play Mario Circuit than what I just played, and I think I would rather play Ice Ice Outpost, and I think I would rather play Wii Wario's Gold Mine and GBA Mario Circuit. Yeah, I'm going to say that it is our new number 67. And I believe that is the end of the reign of the Wii in, what did I say, number 67? I believe that is it for Wii courses at long last. Which, I'm going to be honest, I kind of already knew this was happening because I already knew that Daisy Circuit was not going to rate that high. I believe that definitively says that the 3DS has now defeated the Wii. Because I believe neither of them have any courses remaining. That is correct. 3DS comes out on top. An absolute barn burner between Wii and DS here, coming down to the wire, but there is still a DS course in the board, and DS is behind Wii, and Cheep Beach is not... Well, we'll see what happens. I don't see it increasing that average, we'll put it that way. But we have to do the science, and the science dictates that we spin the wheel. I was really hoping that it was just going to land on DS2 Cheep Beach right then and there, because that would have been so much more funny. But no, we have to go to Sunshine Airport. This one I've been dreading, because before this process started, I would have told you I absolutely loved Sunshine Airport, and this is a weird course where, over the course of this entire process, I've thought, is this course really going to rate this high? Like, why do I like the course so much? And I think I'm going to have to talk through it, because I think this is one of those where I'm not sure the theme is that great. Like, I feel like this is a course that might be better than the sum of its pieces. Like, on paper, I feel like this course shouldn't rate that high, but something about it is just really fun to me. So I guess I'm just going to have to talk through it. Like, I think the flow through the beginning here is very nice. You get that trick? Yeah, you get that. As soon as the race started, some warm... This thing has some good-ass pacing at the beginning. I think that's what's really going to be it. Except that kind of ruined it, but... And then you hit the... I love the fact, like, this... You're not doing anything, but, I mean, it's thematically appropriate. You're at an airport, you gotta go on the runway. Now, this part is weird, because I think, like, in terms of scenery, I think it sucks, but I really like that turn because of the double item box being on the far end of the turn. I like having to make a quick judgment call as to whether or not I'm going to stay on the inside of it. This course has got great flow. That's the answer. That's the answer as to why this course is so good. And the music's, of course, great, but music's great in every course. I think this course is gonna... Yeah, this course is still gonna rate high. I got a smile on my face right now, because I was kind of afraid for this course a little bit. It's gonna do just fine. It's got real good flow. I really, really wish that, like, it's strange, because that is, like, another kind of slow turn, like, I mean, it kind of slows the pace down of the course a little bit, kind of like, 3DS Piranha Plant slide. But, for some reason, it doesn't bother me as much here. Maybe it's because the course building up to it isn't quite as breakneck as Piranha Plant Slide. Maybe it's because of that item box that I called out, where I'm like making a judgment call. And I think because I land in the middle of the road there, I think it's because there's no fence on the inside of that turn, and I can still, like, I think I have to, as an I think it's, I'm sorry, I'm getting really tongue-tied here. I'm just trying to think it through. I think it's because I am an inside drift bike user, and throughout the entirety of the turn on Piranha Plant Slide at the bottom of it, I basically have to hold the opposite of my direction of turn, because the turn is so gentle, and I don't like that as much as this one, where I feel like I'm really hugging the inside of that curve. Let's go to the board. Sunshine Airport. As a kid, I designed an airport course for Mario Kart on paper, because I love designing video game levels on paper. And some of my ideas that I had for that made it into this course, so I think that might be giving me a few warm and fuzzy. As I like running down active runways and stuff. The airport, the airplane flying above you. I don't know, that course is fun. It just kind of is. It's not going to be at the very, very, very top of the list, but it's going to do damn well for itself. I think it's better than Piranha Plant Slide. Still, I'm going to ignore Wii Rainbow Road. I think it's better than Bowser's Castle, and I think it's better than DK Jungle. But I am going to have to replay DK Jungle. I think I am going to have to replay some of these at the end of this process to confirm, because part of me wants to give every course a fair shake, but also I feel like I need to have the list right, even though nobody gives a shit but me. It is very Super Bell Subway-ish. Not just because they're both transportation systems. I feel like Sunshine Airport has more variety through its layout, but I do like those trains. What I really wish they had done with Sunshine Airport was that turn that's in the sky. I feel like they should have done something like where it was like there's a giant control tower for the airport, and then that road is like wrapped around the control tower, just so it doesn't. Like I know what they had to do. They felt like they had to have a takeoff and a landing at an airport, and I appreciate that. That's great idea for theming, to keep the airport theming. I just wish that there was a way they could have implemented it more elegantly than just having a floating platform. But now we're in the nittiest of nitpicks at that point, I feel like. I think I'm going to take Sunshine Airport over Super Bell Subway. I think I'm going to take Squeaky Clean Sprint over Sunshine Airport. Sunshine Airport, our new number 7. I just got a soft spot for that course. And I think, honestly, the fact that I was worried for it should have been a sign that I shouldn't have been worried for it. I think I was afraid that it was going to have a Mute City collapse in my mind, where I realized the course just kind of sucked, and it doesn't. Well, not that Mute City sucks. I think I might have to play Mute City at the end of this again, just to confirm my feelings. Not that... I mean, there are a ton of courses in this game. All of these courses are so fucking good, and I would be very happy if any of them got chosen by random. It's more just... I really, really thought Mute City was going to end up right up here. And you heard, it was The Simpsons, the bit with frickin', if you've seen it, where Lisa breaks Ralph's heart, and it was literally like the moment with Bart, like, look, Lisa, you could see the second that his heart breaks, and like tabbing through it. I think you could hear the moment in my voice in which I realized I'm not having as much fun with this as I thought I was gonna have. It was sad. It was real sad, man. But I'll tell you what's not sad, it's the wheel. Let's go to the wheel. It's, fuck. I was kind of hoping we would end on this, because I'm starting to get a little worried about a few of these. I feel like we're going to end on, like, a whoopee cushion at the end of this. Not that some of these courses are pretty good, some of these courses not so good. Spoiler alert, but I think you probably deduced based on the number of times I've alluded to it. But this one, speaking of, I suppose I kind of set it up with the Mute City here. In my heart, I would have told you Big Blue is not as good as Mute City. Because, when in reality, this entire time I've been talking about the Vancouver velocity problem of the game, of the course being built in reverse. In reality, it's kind of the Big Blue problem, because Big Blue starts off in a motherfucking sprint, and it just feels like it's out of gas by the end. But we'll see. We got to do the science. Big Blue. We'll see where this goes, because I feel like I'm going to start off real excited. Because, I mean, honestly, if this were just the first 2 sections of this course, even though it would be a very short course, this would probably be my number 2. It's not Mount Wario, because Mount Wario is like this on steroids to me. But, like, I guess it starts off a little bit because you get that item box, but then this fucking downward spiral is, like, fucking incredible. Going into this, whoops, I fucked up that turn, but it's still real good. Like, you got speed, and, like, unlike Mute City, you gotta actually fucking turn the car. Like, that is a hell of a beginning. Admittedly, it was giving me a little less feelings than I thought it would right now. But I still think it's fun. And then, as I said earlier, in one of these videos maybe, rushing water, always a blast to keep the pace going. It's interesting because this really has absolutely nothing to do with F-Zero at this point. It's really just going off of the music, and the music's damn good, though. And then you get the fucking blast, and you get Mr. Announcer. Which is ironic, because there isn't a lap, it's just a section. But, man, that hypes you up. Holy shit, we are charging for the finish line. I'm getting real hyped, folks. And the course gives up. It's like, what do we do now? I mean, this isn't bad. It's just... Well, I mean, maybe it's a little better than I thought, because you get boosters there. I think that was a little hurt by the lightning there. This little ending piece sucks, because it's kind of just... I don't know. I felt like I just went hurtling through a goddamn roller coaster at 100 miles an hour, and then I hit the brakes, and I thought it was over. And it turns out there was a little bit left, but it wasn't nearly as interesting as anything that came for it. I feel like that lightning kind of fucked things, though, and that shell. Because I feel like that increased the problem artificially. I'm tempted to play that again right now. This is unprecedented. I've got to play that again right now. That may have been the single worst timed lightning in Blue Shell. Because, like, it was, like... It made me feel so much worse than I think if I had just driven that section normally. Also, this is, I think, is a pretty strong contender for the best song in the game. I know I said it about Rainbow Road. This is obviously very different than N64 Rainbow Road. But so fucking good. Please, Jesus Christ, do not hit me my lightning at this point. So I can get an accurate feeling of the actual pace of this section. I hear the blue shell coming, but nah, this still kind of sucks. I don't think I needed a second run. Not... Okay, I say it kind of sucks. Sucks compared to everything that came before it. But I think actually my original gut reaction to this course, I think it is better than Mute City now, but I don't think it's going to be super high on the list. I don't. I just think the third lap really, the third section really lets that course down. And I also feel like the first straightaway could be a little bit shorter, just a little bit. Let's go to the actual rankings again, which for some reason is not showing up. There it is. Big Blue, ladies and gentlemen, we've removed it. Big Blue, I will take it over Mute City. I will take it over Yoshi's Island. And I think that is about as far as it goes. Looking at everything ahead of it, that final section really lets it down. And I know I said at the beginning that if it were just the first two sections, it would just be as good as Wario Stadium. Playing that just now, I'm not sure I agree with that. And I can't put my finger on why. Weirdly, playing that just now, I actually thought the second section was the best, which is never how I feel. I usually feel the first section is the best. Where did I just say I was going to put this? Below Dragon Driftway? It's above Yoshi's Island. It's below Coconut Mall. It's below Piranha Plant Slide. It's below Dragon Driftway. It's our new number 15. Really honestly kind of thought that Captain Falcon, before, if you told me to make this list before this process, I thought Captain Falcon was going to be a little bit happier than what he ended up with. Did I rate Mute City too high? No. Impossible. Folks, I think you've been witnessing I think what this series actually is a mental breakdown over the course of 6 parts as a man stares at a bunch of fucking Mario Kart courses and gets sad at the order that they are on his list. But before we have much more of an existential crisis, we have another crisis to solve, which is to rank more tracks on the wheel. This is fun. I'm sorry. I know this is all stupid and that had to happen after I said this is fun. Actually, this is gonna be fun. Excitebike Arena. We'll play it. You know, everything I said, I hated about Sky High. I've been alluding to this the whole fucking series. You know where this is going. I think this is in the running for the worst 3 Mario Kart courses of all time. That running also including SNES Vanilla Lake 1 in Super Mario Kart, because it is just a circle with irritating blocks in the way. But it's mercifully short. The DS version of GCN Baby Park, because it is Baby Park without the chaos. But it's mercifully short. It's not mercifully short. Well, okay. Maybe I'm shitting on this a little too much, but am I? Okay. Let me be honest. I'm running an experiment right now. I'm not going to tell you what the experiment is, but I'll see if you can figure it out. This course sucks. I haven't touched the control stick in the last 20 seconds. Yeah, as much as I fucking shit on Sky High Sunday, my inputs matter on that course, I still feel like, at the end of the day. When I last played this course with friends, and we have been playing this game for 6 years, I realized something, and so I asked them, did you notice the layout of this course is randomized? None of them in 6 years had ever noticed. And you know what? That's fair. Because you just do... It's all just the same action. Over and over again. Like, honestly, when I started this segment, I thought I was going to be, like, angry and, like, yelling and shit. But it's almost just, like, acceptance. Like, I feel like I had to justify why Sky High Sunday sucked. I don't feel like I really even have to justify why this course sucks. It's just... nothing. It's just, when this course gets picked, I just don't... It feels like a complete waste of my fucking time. Because, again, Baby Park, I may not like it online, but I can have fun with friends offline. This is in the Sky High Sunday tier where it's just... like... I mean, you can cut the inside of the corners on this course. That is actually something that is better than Sky High Sunday. But at least Sky High Sunday has visual variety. This is, like... And the fact that, like, okay, it's a fucking dirt bike track, okay? I get it, it's Excitebike. But, like, maybe if it's a dirt bike track, you can have, I don't know, I'm just spitballing here. Maybe you could do things like, I don't know, have, like, flaming hoops and fire bars, and also, I don't know, maybe you could put, like, giant, like, things in the middle of the track to, like, dodge and shit. Like, I don't know, just, It's too bad that you really can't do that, though. It's too bad that there's no courses in this game that accomplish that same concept in a superior form in every single way. Let's just go to the board. In a weird way, I almost don't want to rate this at the bottom because I'm like not even angry the way I was by the end of Sky High Sunday. But in my heart of hearts, Sky High Sunday is a better... This I feel like is like almost like the opposite of the Mount Wario. I mean, I guess it's appropriate. It's the opposite of the Mount Wario situation, where like I don't feel like I have to make a passionate case for why it's the best because it's just the best. Like Mount Wario is, period. And I don't feel like I have to make a case for Excitebike Arena being the worst because it just is. It's boring. It's like it's a straightaway with ramps. I mean, like, okay, hold on. I'm pretty sure I can play Excitebike Arena in the Wii menu without firing this game up with as much input as I was just doing earlier. Where is it? Hold on. There's this place in the Wii menu here. Controllers, where is it? Calibrate. Test input devices. Hey guys, I'm playing Excitebike Arena. I'm doing just as much as I was just doing earlier. Oh, I'm sorry. I was holding Y. Excitebike Arena is this screen with graphics attached to it. Like, that's it. This is the worst course in the game. I think I think I'm more disappointed that I'm not angrier. Like, it just is. It's the worst course in this game. It's our new number 91. Right? Yeah, 91. And, I mean, we're in the final episode. I could really, really just write 96, knowing what's on the board, but I'm not going to out of fairness. And, I mean, I guess if you like trick animations, you don't even get the good trick animations on that course. Now I'm starting to get angry. I fucking loaded that course because I thought it had a purpose for the first time in its life because they added Funky Kong and they added Pauline, and those both have amazing trick animations when you go off of certain ramps. Play either of those characters in Bowser Castle 3. Pauline busts out her light show all day long. I finally thought I had a use for Excitebike Arena because I'm like, well, it's got a bunch of trick ramps. I'll get to see those animations. None of those animations trigger on that course. You don't even get the good trick animations. You get the fucking boring trick animations. Excitebike Arena is the worst course in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. There's 5 courses left to rank. It will not move. This discussion's over. Everything from here up, I have had a good race on. Sky High Sunday, I've never had a good race on, but at least I can appreciate that there's like a glider section at the beginning. There's height variation. I'm doing a bunch of tricks in an oval, but at least, like, there's colors to distract me from how fucking boring it is. Excitebike Arena, ironically, is the pros that I have for Excitebike Arena is that I love the Excitebike theme song. That is the end of my list of pros for Excitebike Arena. This course sucks. Part of me kind of wanted that to be chosen last after Big Blue and Sunshine Airport had gotten taken off the board. so that it would be the most hilarious ending. But after all this time of me saying, like, there's so many good tracks, you fucking end on just dog shit. GBA Riverside Park. Alright, GBA Riverside Park here. I don't know where this is gonna rank. That's about all I have to say about it right now. It's fine. Personally, in my head, I had been designing a hypothetical version of this course that I would like to see in like a Mario Kart 8, which is significantly, I feel like, probably a more interesting and ambitious design than what they went with. But I don't hate what they went with. Honestly, the real reason I probably like this course more than I should. I love Patuis, man. These stupid-ass little waddling piranha plants. Look at them. Look at the little shuffle. That might be the single most adorable enemy in the game. And I love Shy Guys, don't get me wrong, but the rocket sound effect, the whoop! I don't know if that even got picked up on the microphone, because it was bad, but, yeah, I mean, this course is fine. It's, probably better than, like, I don't know. Probably better than, Sunset Wilds. Twister's Fight. I like the music. It's got pretty decent pace. It's just not overly ambitious. I just feel like there's not a lot to say about it. I do feel like some people have been, like, quoting this one as, like, this is one example of how to do a just amazing Game Boy Advance track. It's like, they added, like, one part where there's height, and it was the single most obvious part where you could have possibly added height. And, I mean, it's fine. It just, like, Ribbon Road and Cheese Land are... Well, I'm not going to say Cheese Land's a better course, but you all know the Cheese Land problem. Cheese Land, from an artistic design standpoint, is a better course, we should say that. It is a much more ambitious course. And I think I'm going to lose the second race I've ever lost. Well, hold on, let's see. Nope, she took a terrible line. Alright, well, still beat Daisy. Okay, still only one loss in this whole thing. Yeah, that course is fine. I just don't really have much at this point. I feel like I've said a lot about a lot of courses, and it's just fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. I like it more than Sunset Wilds. I'd say I like it more than Cheese Land. I'd say I like it more than Snow Land. I'd say I like it more than Mario Kart Stadium. I think I'm gonna have to work my way down to this one. Is Peach Gardens rated too high? Okay. Say Tech Clock's a better course. Ninja Highway is a more ambitious course. I think I'd still take Ninja Hideaway over this. I think I'd still take Water Park over this. Right? I'd take Mario Circuit over this, GBA Mario Circuit. I think that's about where it's going to live. To be perfectly honest, I feel like this section here is a crapshoot. Because some of these I feel like it's better than, some of these I feel like it's worse than, but I also am not sure I'm passionate enough about any of them to have re-rated them any differently than I already have. Let me just double check this in the interest of science here. I'd rather race that than Mario Kart Stadium. It's better paced than Daisy Circuit. It's better than Moo Moo Meadows. I think I like it more than Mario Circuit. I think I like it more than Ice Ice Outpost. Weirdly right about it, we use Wario Goldmine. That's the one where I'm having some problems. This is probably... We're officially at the point in which a lot of these courses are so similar that I'm going to have stupid reasons for voting for things. And when the two icons appear on the screen and I choose one, I'm going to go, I want to see those stupid ass little Pro Tooies waddling around, which is why GBA Riverside Park is our new number 65. Those guys are cute. I'm sorry. I'm kind of an idiot. But I'm going to have to. At the end of the day, everything is fair game for where I'm rating these, and I'm going to have to rate it based on that. Cute little boys. Helped propel that course probably a little higher than maybe it should have. Some might argue. But they're cute. Those guys are cute. Little patooies. Folks, we're down to 4 courses. Let's see what the final course, or let's see what the final 4 courses. We know what the final. Let's just spin the wheel. All right. I apologize if it sounds like there's a lot of extra cutting in this episode. I'm just paranoid that something is going wrong with OBS, so I'm probably stopping and starting recording more than I should. Let's go to the Electrodrome, not Electrodome, as many people are fond of calling it. This is a course that I feel like when the Wii U version came out, a lot of people loved, and I never really got the love, and I feel like that love has faded over time in a lot of people. I think this course is... I was talking about Sunshine Airport being much better than the sum of its parts. This is a course that I feel like usually feels much worse than the sum of its parts. It's just kind of... I don't know, like... Let me just play it. Let me just kind of absorb it here. I think it starts off promising here. I think the real problem with this course is it kind of just... Shout out to that cone, by the way. You got this really long straightaway. It feels like this course is like trying to blow your mind with anti-gravity, and it just doesn't. And it feels slow. Like, you know when I was talking about Piranha Pipeline, where I said it felt like we dropped a CC? This course, I feel like I'm constantly driving in 100 CC right now. It's not... The course design isn't terrible. It just feels like it's made for faster vehicles. So I suppose it would probably rate significantly higher if we were... I'm taking this cone with me. I feel like it would rate significantly higher if it were in 200cc, but like these turns feel like they were designed for like rapid succession. You kind of just take them, I don't know, one at a time, or you kind of just take them all at the same time. This drifting just doesn't... This drift feels satisfying around the bit there, but the drifts just don't feel satisfying in this course. And this part has, like, the road is so fucking wide for no goddamn reason. I don't really know what the hell's up with that. I don't know. This, I guess to me, this always felt like they had, like, designed it as, like, a showpiece course. And it's just not. I don't know. It's kind of a rare misfire, I guess, in the original Wii U release to me. But it's not bad. It's definitely not bad. I think it's probably the worst Star Cup course now. I would have said Dolphin Shoals was worse, but over time I think this one has grown, or ungrown. It's probably the better way of putting it into my least favorite. Shrunken into my least favorite, I suppose would be the way of saying ungrown. But what's really going to make you groan is my transition to the board just now. We gotta go rate this thing. As I just said, I definitely think it is worse than Dolphin Shoals. I think it is worse than Flat Top Cruise. I think I would rather play Music Park. I would rather play Waluigi Pinball. I think I would rather play Grumble Volcano. I think I would rather play Bowser Castle. 3, I think I would rather play Choco Mountain. I think I would rather play New York Minute. I think I would rather play Yoshi Valley. This has actually fallen a lot more further than I thought it would. But I'm also not super surprised, because I've never felt passionately about this course. I would rather play, I said Yoshi's Valley, right? Animal Crossing's better paced. I'd rather play Electrodrome than Merry Mountain and Sydney Sprint. And I think I would rather play Daisy Cruiser. I think this is our new number 57. Some of these I feel like I'm going fast, because I think I'm at a point where I realize that this list is never going to be perfect. And so and I also don't feel that passionately about these. And actually, I almost just rated it higher than Daisy Cruiser. I think I said I'd rather play Daisy Cruiser, correct? I don't know why I'm asking somebody who isn't there. That's correct! It's our new number 57. Electrodrome. Which means the Star Cup is complete. My bet for what the greatest cup of all time was I think when we started either the Egg or the Star Cup. And then I realized that the Egg Cup had... oh wait, no, the Egg Cup still has one to go. But I also severely underestimated how horrible a 96 would go in the Egg Cup's favor. Man, I wouldn't have bet the Special Cup would have beat the Star Cup in this game. Is that really right? Yeah, Special Cup's more well-rounded. Oh god, now I'm thinking, would I really rather play Cloud Top Cruiser or Electrodrome? Oh god, there's a lot of space between those. Yeah, no. Yeah, I would. I would rather play Cloud Top Cruise. But again, this is all kind of a range where, like, things could... This is almost the range where I feel like any given day something could go up or down fucking 15 votes, because, like, there's just so many goddamn tracks so close in quality. So I think I'm probably just gonna have to live with that. Let's spin the wheel. Can I mulligan? Because I really wanted this one to be last. Because the other two are such lame choices. GCN Yoshi Circuit. I don't know where this is going to rate. But I'll tell you much. It's going to be high. I think this is the best circuit course. Well, it's the best course with circuit in its name. This is a very interesting course because I thought it was the stupidest idea for a course I had ever seen in the Mario Kart Double Dash. I feel like every time they have brought it back, it has gotten better and better simply because the mechanics of Mario Kart have gotten better and better, and of course the graphics too. Like, I think the mini turbos getting stronger helped it a lot in Mario Kart DS. I think the mini turbos being as strong as they are in this game help it even more. The music, this course feels like... I feel like I'm at my happiest, and this course is real good, guys. Like, okay, I alluded to this course earlier when I was talking about Dragon Driftway, where I said there was a course with a lot of drifting, but it does an excellent job at varying the drifts. This is an excellent test of how well somebody knows how to drift in Mario Kart, because it is a wide variety of turns. Honestly, the battle in my head before we even started this was, where was this going to go compared to Neo Bowser City? because they are very similar but different, because they are both extreme tests of skill. But this, because as I was talking about with Neo Bowser City, I think I actually did say it when I was working on it. Neo Bowser City in Mario Kart 7 felt like this type of circuit course. And I think I said they had already brought back a course that accomplished the same goal. And so they had to do something different. This is the course they had brought back with the same goal. This one's going to rate really high, I think. This is just such a fucking fun course, guys. Like, oh my god, the fucking turns are so good. Like, it's back and forth, it's back and forth, it's back and forth, but every turn is varied just enough that it constantly feels engaging. And I feel like there's almost like no better feeling in this game than being second on this course with someone right ahead of me, because that funky, like, that they added to the music makes it feel like a fucking high-speed pop taste. You could tell the passion in my voice. This course is fucking awesome, baby. And I'm not afraid to admit that. This thing is gonna go to the moon. I think we got a new top 3. That's my gut feeling. I love this course. This is another course that was kind of like Sunshine Airport, where I was worried how it would rate, because I knew I loved it so much. I feel bad because it's literally just the fucking outline of Yoshi and grass and like cliffs. But I love technical courses, and I always thought that was really close in quality to why do I not? Where is it? Okay. I always thought that was really close in quality to Neo Bowser City. I'm going to tell you right now in that run, that was better than Neo Bowser City. I'm going to tell you right now in that run, that was better than Rainbow Road. I think on... okay, let's think. Oh boy, I think that might have been better than Koopa Cape. Was it better than Wario Stadium? I said it was the best 3-lap course in the game. And I almost feel bad rating this one higher, because Wario Stadium has so much variety. And that one is like, this isn't variety in mechanics, it's just variety in turn layout, but there's something about it that just feels fucking amazing. Okay. It's better than Koopa Cape. This is definitely a top 3 course. I'm looking at everything below this, and I definitely had more fun playing this. I said Wario Stadium is the best 3-lap course in this game. I might be going back on that. Because, okay, so here's the problem. I said Wario Stadium is a masterclass in pacing. Because you're constantly doing something. You're constantly tricking. You're either constantly drifting or you're tricking. You're getting thrown through the air. You're flying over the finish line. It's constant variety. But the more I thought about it over the past few days, and I haven't said anything about it, there is a problem with Wario Stadium. And the problem with Wario Stadium... There's 2 problems, actually. One of them is minor, because I think it does a great job of masking it. One of them is basically you just always turn to the left. Technically, there's 2 right turns in the entire course, but one of them is at the very beginning, and if you take your lines correctly, you don't have to turn to the right. Because you just cut the inside of that, like, S-bin. You know, you take the first left, and then there's like a little bit of a right. That's what I'm talking about. It's technically a right turn, but it's not really a right turn. And the other problem I have with Wario Stadium is the fact that there's no awesome moment where you get to use like an Ultra Mini Turbo. I guess you could probably build one up before the first big trick ramp. Guys, friends, Romans, countrymen, lend me your ears. I think Yoshi Circuit. Is our new number 2? I think here's my problem. The only hang-up that made me not want to put it above Wario Stadium is, first of all, that I said it was the best. I already had said Wario Stadium was the best 3-lap course in the game. And the other thing that made me was, I'm like, yeah, but it's just a bunch of turns. But that doesn't take into account how fucking fun those turns are, people. There are no set of turns in this game that are more fun than the turns of Yoshi Circuit. It's not Mount Wario tier. It's not. Mount Wario is so fucking good. Because Mount Wario is like fucking... Like, Mount Wario doesn't really have a ton of great, like, mini Ultra Turbo spots either, but Mount Wario is so fucking, like, beyond these other courses. Yoshi Circuit's damn good. You heard a little bit of trepidation in my voice. I did not expect to have trepidation in my voice when I was trying to justify Mount Wario being better than Yoshi Circuit, but it is. I mean, I think you heard how fucking happy I was coming down the thing of Mount Wario. Yeah, Mount Wario's still better. The fact that Yoshi Circuit just made me second guess Mount Wario is why my Yoshi Circuit is currently sitting in number 2, and I think that's where it's gonna stay. And that's why I knew that was on the board, and I knew that bomb was waiting to drop. I just didn't know how hard it was going to drop. It's been a long, long time since we've had shake up in the 1, 2, 3 spot. But I think we've just had... Spoiler alert, that was our... Well, of the initial rating, that was our first. That was the only one we were going to have. We've spun the wheel. They're a pitiful, pitiful wheel. I will remove that. DS Cheep Beach is next. Alright, we gotta rate DS Cheep Beach. But I will say, because I actually just paused the recording and was just... Because I'm paranoid now about OBS. A little bit about what just happened there. I did the thing in my head internally where I pictured Yoshi Circuit next to Mount Wario. I picked Mount Wario every time. So, Mount Wario is still number 1. Where's DSGP Beach? Alright, DSGP Beach. I feel bad saying this because, okay. I have a friend who loves this course, and I don't really know why. And so every time it gets picked, we all celebrate. So I have a little bit of sadness when I report this is actually a mediocre course, guys. Sorry. Like I don't really know why we celebrate it as much as we do beyond the words Cheep is funny. Which is fair. I love Cheeps. I made a Cheep themed course for a reason. I think the guys are adorable little fish, adorable little lips. It's just this course is absolutely nothing special. I'm honestly realizing it's even worse than I thought because I barely have to touch the control stick for pretty much half the course. The ending's good though. I think this ending's actually really good. But I mean, it's an early course. It's designed to be simple. It's not as good as a lot of the Mushroom Cup courses in Mario Kart 8. That was nasty set of bananas there. I think this one's weird because it's like the underwater is neat change to the course, but it also made the layout maybe less interesting because now I can just not really even drift around those corners. I kind of just drive forward. I don't know. It's fine. That's about all I got, people. I'm kind of emotionally drained after the fucking that Yoshi Circuit run was like a bolt of lightning to the rankings. Much like the bolt of lightning that it just hit me and made me small. I have nothing left to say about this course. This course is leaving me kind of feeling empty inside. It's fine. I think it might be rating lower than I thought it would, but I also knew that it was never going to rate high. Let's see where it goes. I don't know where this is going to end up. I actually think, I guess spoiler alert, I think it actually just helped Thwomp Ruins' case, because Thwomp Ruins was also a course I never really cared much about. And I think Thwomp Ruins is a lot better than that. I'd rather play Mario Kart Stadium. I'd rather play Mario Circuit 3. I think I'd rather play Paris Promenade. I didn't realize I didn't like this course as much as I don't. It's weird, because I think this course is alright in DS. I just think maybe this is a sign of how strong this game's roster is, honestly. Would I rather play Donut Plains 3? I think I'd rather play Sky Garden. Yeah, I'd rather play Donut Plains 3. I'd rather play Rainbow Road. I'd rather play Paris Promenade. Oh, this is going to go much lower than I thought. I'd rather play Tokyo Blur. Tokyo Blur is more engaging. It's kind of in that London Loop range. Let me work my way up. Thinking this through. This is hard. Okay. It's better than Toad's Turnpike. That's the basement for this. That's the floor. I think, honestly, Dry Desert might be a little underrated on this list. Not by a lot. Maybe. Yeah, the ending of this one's better than anything that's in Dry Desert. I'm hyper fixated right now on that really long section in the middle. I think I kind of forgot how this course ends. I think it's better than Toad's Circuit. I think it's better than Rock Mountain. Better than Rock Mountain? No, it's not. Because Rock Mountain also has an extended long straight section, but you're at least gliding and you're at least going off of boosters. And the beginning of Rock Mountain feels very similar to the ending of this course. I think this is our new number... What did I... Yeah, it's better than Toad Circuit. Yeah, it's our new number 89. I did not think it was going to go that low, honestly. But I always kind of thought that it was never going to do that high. Yeah, I just don't think that's that bad in DS. I think it's more just, I don't know. I think maybe it's because I'm rating it so late in the process here. I think maybe it's because this game's track list is just good. Yeah. New number 89, DS Cheep Cheep Peach. Everything is off the board except for the Wii U, which means this is your order, the preliminary order of the games here. If you had given me money before this started on what the order was, I may have thought that well, no, GCN had Baby Park, so GCN was always, and Dry Desert. Yeah, I'd say this is about right. I knew SNES was going to be last, and GBA was just going to be above it. And I kind of don't want to put Thwomp Ruins on the board now, because N64, and I kind of don't want to touch anything now, because N64 having an average rank of 64 is the greatest thing I think I've ever seen. After 95 courses ranked. That's unbelievable that worked out that way. But unfortunately, it's going to have to change. I think we've already definitively proven. We've got 95 points of data. I think we've definitively proven the vanilla wins over the booster pass. I don't think that was a surprise. But let's spin the wheel. Where's it going to end up, people? Somehow ends up on the complete opposite side of the name, but it doesn't matter. It's all one space anyway. We're going to Thwomp Ruins, baby. If you had asked me to pick a course to end this on, this may have been my last choice. I think this course is not super great. It's fine. It's good. I mean, it's better than the course we just played. Let's get that out of the way. Hell of a lot better. This, for some reason, has always been my least favorite Mushroom Cup course, but I'm not sure it deserves it, because I think that's my brain grading the first two courses on a curve, almost. And I also think I've had terrible luck on this course. I think I've also had terrible luck on this course online, which is maybe hurt my opinion of it a little more. So I'm going to try and be a little more critical of that opinion. I don't know what the best route is at this point. I always drive... Well, I didn't do it correctly. I always drive pretty straight through the water there to try and grab 2 coins. Because it just felt like I was always going way too far out of the way to do anything else. But that's actually a good sign for the course. And I think this little exchange here is neat. I think that is perfect level of risk and reward, because it is something that I actually don't go for a ton online, because it actually ends up just being as risky enough to fuck me over. Speaking of fucking me over, I fucked myself over on that whole turn there. I like this. I'm not going to get this... Well, actually, we'll see how this timing plays out. Yeah, I like the whole rolling boulder thing there. This is usually how I play this bit. And it's probably the lamest possible way I can play this, and probably the worst possible way I could play it. But I just feel like it's a straight line. My brain tells me it's the right way. Even though it's not, probably. Yeah, this course is alright. I mean, it's just not... It's giving me a little less so. I think it's probably worse than it. Kind of is giving me Electrodrome vibes in terms of quality. Like, it's weird because it's not like I feel like the course is inherently flawed. I think its music is just kind of meh. I think it's more of one of those where it kind of just suffers because it's a Mushroom Cup course. And it's designed to be, like, it's got gimmicks, and so it's trying to be, but it's trying to be reserved in those gimmicks because it's the beginning of the game. I think Sweet Sweet Canyon is a hell of a lot better than this, I will say that. I don't know where that's going to rate. But it didn't really feel much while I was playing that. Let's go to the board. But before we go to the board... Oh, it's not actually going to let me take it off the wheel. There's no way to have just 0 entries. Fuck! Okay, well, I guess Thwomp Ruins wins the wheel because it owns it now. But where does it rate? I'd rather play Thwomp Ruins than... Where the fuck am I gonna rate this? This range is super hard to rate in. And part of me still thinks Boot Lake is rated low, but then I also realized there's actually, like, so many courses in this game that there's over 30 tracks below it. I had more fun in that than Mushroom Gorge. I had more fun in that than Sunset Wilds. Maybe I do like Mario Kart Stadium more than that. My gut says I like Daisy Circuit more. Yeah. Yeah. The more I'm looking up, the more I'm thinking I actually like these courses more. Water Park's better paced. I think Water Park is underrated, honestly. I think it gets a lot of shit. It's obviously not going to win any awards, but I think I've seen a ton of people rate that as the worst Nitro track, and I just don't agree. I said I had more fun on Daisy Circuit, right? I think I did. I think that's true. I've had more fun on Maroon Meadows, and I've had more fun on Ice Ice Outpost might be a little high. That one might need to be reviewed. It's helpful that Mario Kart Stadium and Thwomp Ruins are in the same cup, because I can do my little mental visual icon check here. My mental check is leaning towards Thwomp Ruins in that battle. But I think Daisy Circuit's better. I think Thwomp Ruins is our new number 73. And I guess for the time being, I don't have to say new 73. I can say 73. Because we have rated 96 courses, ladies and gentlemen. It's done. If I hit refresh. Okay. This is the preliminary list. Because now I have to play every single course again to confirm my feelings. Let's go to the Wii. I'm not going to do that. Okay, so originally I said in this episode I was going to start at the bottom of the list and work my way up and make decisions as I went. I think I am going to have a 7th episode. I think this is what my plan is. I think my plan is this. At some point, I am going to start at the bottom of the list and work my way up, and if I feel like anything is wrong, I will change it. I feel like if there is a course that I need to play again, I will play it. Originally, I did not want to do that. However, the Big Blue incident with that lightning confirmed that some of these I think I need to give a second shot. I don't think I need to give a lot of them a second shot here. I'm generally, as I scroll up and generally as I've been going through this and I've been scrolling up and down the list, there's been a few where I'm like, yeah, I'm not sure about that, but they've also kind of been in a range of courses where it could probably go either way, any day. But like, that's not enough for me to trigger a re-race. Let's just quickly go over where things ended up, though. We'll go over a little bit more than usual. I apologize. I know look, let me just put it this way. If you have watched up to this point, you're a real superstar. I'll hand you the picture of the fucking Mario saying thank you that's spoiler alert at the Booster Pass credits. Because genuinely, I wasn't sure how this was going to be received, and it seems like people have received it pretty well. So thank you very much for watching, honestly, truly. We're not done yet, but I just wanted to tell you that right now. It really does mean a lot to me. I've never really liked the sound of my own voice, and I feel like talking more into a microphone has really helped alleviate that. And you've made me feel better about myself, so that's great. So let's go over this here. The top of the board, Mount Wario. Had a little bit of a scare from Yoshi Circuit, I'm not going to lie. Part of me is still a little unsure. Part of me is still a little unsure. Mount Wario's a better course, right? Right? Oh god, this might end on a cliffhanger. It's almost like I'm weighing quality of the sheer design of Mount Wario versus the simple joy of Yoshi Circuit. That may be a barn burner at the end of the next episode. More than I ever possibly thought it could. That would be the upset of the century. That would be the upset of the millennium. I think somebody did just break into my house and is holding a gun to my head. Or I've just gone crazy from this whole process. Truthfully, I was writing the script in my head on how the fucking ending of this was going to go, where I praised Mount Wario to the end of time. Anyways, Mount Wario is still number 1, preliminary. GCN Yoshi Circuit is number 2, preliminary. DS Wario Stadium has fallen to 3rd. Wii Koopa Cape is 4th. 3DS Rainbow Road is 5th. 3DS Neo Bowser City is 6th. Squeaky Clean Sprint is in 7th. Sunshine Airport is in 8th. We've had a lot of movement at the top of the list in this episode, I feel like. Except actually there's only been 2, so I guess not. Super Bell Subway is currently sitting in 9th. Bowser's Castle is rounding out the top 10. I'm still not going to go through all of these. I guess I should probably slowly scroll through the list. Fuck it. We're doing it. 3DS DK Jungle, 11th. Wii Rainbow Road, 12th. 3DS Piranha Plant Slide, 13th. Wii Coconut Mall, 14th. Dragon Driftway, 15th. Big Blue, 16th. Yoshi's Island, 17th. Mute City, surprisingly disappointing, but 18th. But the longer it's gone on, the more confident I felt in that. Hyrule Circuit is in 19th. Bone Dry Dunes, 20th place. Wii Maple Treeway, 21st. Wildwoods, 22nd. Wii U's Rainbow Road in 23rd. N64 Royal Raceway in 25th. Shy Guy Falls in N64 Royal Raceway in 24th, excuse me. Shy Guy Falls is 25th. Tours Athens Dash is in 26th. Tour Roma Ponte in 27th. Tour Madrid Drive in 28th. Those 3 are pretty much interchangeable in my mind. DS Shroom Rid. Am I saying these right? Tour Madrid Drive is 28th. DS Shroom Rid is 29th. GCN Waluigi Stadium is 30th. Toad Harbor in 31st. Sweet Sweet Canyon in 32nd. Wii DK Summit is 33rd. Tour Los Angeles Laps is 34th. Wii Moonview Highways in 35th. Tour Singapore Speedways in 36th. 3DS Rosalina's Ice World is in 37th. GCN Sherbet Land is in 38th. Tour Berlin Byways is in 39th. Dolphin Shoals is in 40th. GBA Ribbon Road is in 41st. Twisted Mansion is in 42nd. DS Mario Circuit is in 43rd. Cloudtop Cruise is in 44th. Tour Bangkok Rush is 45th. Tour Amsterdam Drift is 46th. Piranha Plant Cove is in 47th. Tour Vancouver Velocity is in 48th. Holy shit, that is only half the list. 3DS Music Park is in 49th, but DS Waluigi Pinball falling out of the top half currently in 50th. Wii Grumble Volcano in 51st. SNES Bowser Castle 3 in 52nd. N64 Choco Mountain in 53rd. Tour New York Minute in 54th. N64 Yoshi Valley in 55th. Animal Crossing in 56th. GCN Daisy Cruiser in 57th. Electrodrome is in 58th. Merry Mountain is in 59th. Tour Sydney Sprint is in 60th. You can tell that I'm practicing because eventually I want to say these with an announcer voice at the end. Is in 60th. GBA Boo Lake is in 61st. VS TikTok Clock is in 62nd. Ninja Hideaway is in 63rd. VS Peach Gardens is in 64th. Water Park is in 65th. GBA Mario Circuit is in 66th. GBA Riverside Park is in 67th. Wii Wario's Gold Mine is in 68th. Ice Outpost is in 69. Nice Outpost. Fuck me. Mario Circuit is in 70th. Wii Moo Moo Meadows is in 71st. Could it be anything else? Wii Daisy Circuit is in 72nd place. Thwomp Ruins is in 73rd. Mario Kart Stadium is in 74th. GBA Snow Land is in 75th. GBA Cheese Land is in 76th. All they had to do was remove one shortcut and it would have been higher. GCN TK Mountain is in 77th. GBA Sunset Wilds is in 78th. Wii Mushroom Gorge is in 79th. In 64, Rainbow Road is in 80th. SNES Mario Circuit 3 is in 81st. In 64, Calamari Desert is in 82nd. Tour Paris Promenade is in 83rd. SNES Rainbow Road is in 84th. SNES Donut Plains 3 is in 85th. GBA Sky Garden is in 86th. Tour Tokyo Blur is in 87th. Tour London Loop is in 88th. 3DS Rock Mountain is in 89th. DS Cheep Beat is in 90th. 3DS Toad Circuit is in 91st. GCN Dry Desert is in 92nd. In 64, Toad's Turnpike is in 93rd. GCN Baby Park is in 94th. Sky High Sunday is in 95th. And Excitebike Arena is in 96th, where it damn well should be. I don't know why I just went over all that. I guess that was your nice recap if you wanted to raise hell about where a ranking was. I guess I wanted to go through them all. In case you had this on a second monitor, you didn't want to actually look at the list. You could just hear me read names. But yeah, thank you very, very much for watching. If you have made it this far, you are a real trooper. And I love you. I will see you next time. There will be a next time. We will finish this list. We will find out. Can GCN Yoshi Circuit? Will my feelings change? We might have to replay those. I never expected to have to replay Mount Wario. The Yoshi Circuit's pretty damn good. Fuck, man. This game's real good. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye.